Welcome you back to this japa series. Today I'm talking to you about the need for you to know where you are going before you japa, and for the need for you to know how the place you want to japa to, how the place is working. Some footballers some years ago in Nigeria, they traveled abroad. They wanted to go and play in the international league, foreign league. The agreement they signed was written in a foreign language, and they just signed it without knowing the meaning of what they signed. It was when they got there that they were trying to say, this is not what we bargained for, that the agreement was interpreted to them. And for many years they played and they were paid peanuts because of what the agreement that they signed. This is why you need to know where you are going. And you need to know how the place that you are going, how the place works. Different countries work in different ways. What obtains in Nigeria may not obtain in another country. What obtains in America may not obtain in the UK or Canada or any other European country or other countries in Asia or any other place. So you need to know how the laws of the exact place where you are going, what the law can allow you to do and what the law do not allow you to do. Now, I spoke about foreign students visa the other time. You also need to think about work visa, work permit. What is the stand of the country when it comes to work permit? Yesterday, I was reading somewhere in the news where in Canada, they were inviting people to come and work on the farm. Now, people see that clearly they wrote it there, farm workers is what they need. It's not skilled worker. And you are a skilled worker in your country, in Nigeria or in another country, and you are planning to go and take up a farming work in Canada. When they hook you up and arrange your document and you go there, you say, okay, when I work in the farm for the time, I'm going to cross. It may not work exactly that way. The reasons are far-fetched. Number one is that the visa they give you, the person sponsoring that visa is the company that give you the job. So you just go on the farm, you work on the farm. The farm may be very far away from anywhere that humans are living. Be very far inside the bush somewhere where the farm will be located. And then you go inside, say, hey, is it not just a farm to just do farm work? The tractor that will do the work, is it that will do the work? It will not be that way. So you need to look very well before you leap. An individual told me that he went to Israel on pilgrimage. The person is a common traveler. He travels around the world. And he went to Israel on pilgrimage. On getting to Israel, somebody came to meet him and said, I am also from Nigeria. And he said for the past 6 months, he's just coming out of the farm for the first time. And he's telling that individual that will travel for pilgrimage that should please help him with tickets, that he wants to go back to his country. So you can imagine, the person left his country. And the individual said he went to South Africa initially. When he didn't get anything to do very well, he didn't arrange very well in South Africa, then he crossed to Israel. Somebody told him that there's a job in Israel. And he went to Israel. It was farm work. They will be in the farm, very far from the town. And then maybe they sneak out, or one way they find themselves to where the pilgrims are. He just thought that, okay, he's going to see a Nigerian pilgrim who may have pity on him. On getting there, he was telling the story to this individual that to please help him. You can imagine somebody that is said to be abroad is now asking for tickets to come back to his country. Number one, it's possible that this individual went without paper, and many other things may be wrong when it comes to talking about these issues. And that is why you need to know where you are going. Know where you are going. Who are you going to meet there? Who is your contact person in that place? What. Everything needs to be scheduled before you take off. Don't think that you just get there and then people will begin to happen. I had another story of somebody who traveled, and on getting to the person was saying, okay, come, I will house you. On landing at the foreign country, at the airport, the phone number of the person he went to meet did not go again. The phone number of the person that was inviting him did not go again, so he couldn't connect with the person. That's why I said know where you are going before you japa, and know the place, how the place works. Now he called The phone number did not go again. The phone number that he was calling and he was telling him his travel itinerary before he left Nigeria. On getting there, the phone number did not go. Then what did he do? He had to go and sleep in the church. Now, I was telling somebody, even the pastor of the church will be imagining that, this person, the pastor of the church is not like Nigeria, that the pastor will just cover you up and house you and they help you to get somewhere and help you to with this, help you with that. Over there, there's law. Perhaps if the pastor is seen to house a stranger, is an illegal tourist, if that person is an illegal tourist, if the pastor is seen to house that kind of individual, it may spell doom for the person. So the pastor will report back again to the police, and then the police will come in and start investigating the individual immediately. So this is why you need to know where you are going and how the place works. Now, in some places, the weather may be very cold. And then you are taking off from here, you don't have any jacket with you. On landing there, the cold may enter into your heart, may enter into your body. Your body may begin to do what? May begin to disintegrate because of the cold weather. Because of the cold weather. That's why you need to know where you are going before you take off. In some places so hot that the heat can also affect you. So know where you are going, how it works. Another thing you need to think about before you travel is that what work will you do abroad when you japa? What work are you going to do abroad when you japa? There's a story of an individual. He is a manager of a company in Nigeria, of a big company in Nigeria, a multinational company. And he just thought he wants to relocate. He relocated, went abroad. Everybody was happy he has gone abroad because people go abroad. Abroad is different from abroad. They go abroad and then this individual started working in a restaurant as a server, as a waiter. The company sponsors some people after like 2 years or 3 years, sponsors some people, some of the staff for training abroad. On getting abroad, they went to eat in at the restaurant. Their former boss was the one that came and was serving them and was packing the plate and they were looking and they were shouting, "Oga, Oga, Oga." How did it happen? Even we that were younger than you, we are still here. We are Oga, we are now Oga, we are here, you are now the one serving us. And that is how they started communication and they were thinking of how to help the individual. So, what work will you do abroad when you japa, when you travel? You should think about that. Don't just go and just say, I want to leave where I am and go. You have to think of the work that you are doing, that you are going to be doing when you travel. Think about it clearly. Plan it very well. What can I work? Can my certificate allow me to do? Am I going to do another exam? Am I going to go to another school over there? Or the moment I got there, am I going to get a job? What skills do you have? Are you developing skills, online skills, offline skills that can make you to be more and more marketable when you travel? Think about all this before you take your leave. So I'm going to talk to you in my next video again on this series of japa. This is what I decided to drop at this time. Know where you are going and know how the place you are going, how it works. Then what work will you do abroad when you travel? So people will say that their parents are going to support them financially when they go to school abroad. But look at the dollar to naira exchange rate. If your parents can sponsor you and they are buoyant, fine, go ahead. But if not, the best bet for any student is to get a scholarship. The best bet for any student is to get what? A scholarship. And if you are getting a scholarship, get a full one. If you want to work and study, the work you are going to do cannot support your study. Let that be clear. The work you will do cannot support your study. So, except you have funding from other source. So, try as much as possible as a student to get a full scholarship before you travel. And then make sure you follow the laws and live based on the law and live within your means. Then avoid credit card debts and other things that may further entangle you, that may make you to leave the foreign country without anything or to stay there in debt. I'm going to talk to you in the next video still on this issue of japa. I'm going to talk about some other things which I've highlighted in the part 1 of this video. Until then, bye for now.